Hello, and we're focusing on quotes and invoicing today. So if you're looking to get paid or take proposals or anything like that through your clients, quotes and invoicing is going to be a very important tool that you can utilize from the PhotoBiz platform. So let's showcase how you can utilize that today for your products, for your business. So as soon as you log in, you'll go over here to the left side menu and you'll click on quotes and invoices. Here, this is where you can create custom quotes right away. You'll see you're in the quotes tab at the top. Invoices, this is where you'll be able to generate invoices. So if you're doing anything post an event or someone wants you to send them a bill, you'll be able to do that directly from here as well. And tracking is where you'll be able to track quotes and invoices and the statuses of them from pending, approved, declined, or expired ones. You can backtrack it all the way through custom date times if you look. So you'll be able to choose quotes right from the start. And the reason why you create a quote is if you have an inquiry, you can customize the package directly for a customer if you don't have that where they can pay directly on the website. So anything that you set up for quotes, you can already customize directly through here. So when we click on new quotes, it'll automatically start generating a quote for you. And the great thing about it is you can kind of view a preview of it here, what it would look like, and you can kind of see when you're building the quote what it looks like here as well. So this will give you the option of a signature. So a digital signature will be able to be approved or declined based on how that customer performs. And then you'll see the quote details below. And this is pretty identical to the invoices, but we'll be able to showcase how the quotes work first. And you'll also be able to generate an invoice from a quote as well. But before we get to this phase, you want to make sure that you have products set up. Now you can do custom items when you itemize anything through a quote or invoice, but it's nice to have things already set up. So if you're over here in the e-commerce section, you'll be able to sell online. You'll see prints, digital images, packages, products, and services. You can set all these up individually however you want to, whatever you sell, whatever their prices are, and these will also be generated on the quote or invoice itself. So all these things, if someone wants to have a package or anything like that you're putting together, say for an event that you're shooting, setting fees for that, or even wedding deposits, all that will be connected directly through the quotes and invoicing tool. So when you come over here, you want to start building one, you'll click on a new quote, and here you'll click on edit. Now you'll be able to see that you have items, contact, who you're going to send it to, shipping information if you have shipping details set up, expiration date for the quote, when would you like them to be able to get in touch with you by, and then any other details. So if you have any privacy information, terms, or anything like that you want to put in here, cancellation policies, all that can be put in details here for it. So you're basically building out like a contract. And then thank yous. You'll be able to put any subject that you want and how you want it to say, and it'll be sent directly to that customer. So right when you're getting started, you'll probably want to go ahead and connect it to who you're talking to. So if they've inquired about it, like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and select Germany. You'll have all their information here, and you can edit this information if you need to as well, but they'll be all right here. So we're sending it directly to their email. So next is creating an actual itemized line. When you click on new item, you'll be able to see, here are those items that we talked about: prints, digital images, packages, product, and services. So you can go ahead and connect them how you want to. If you don't have something or you're making something purely very curated for them, you can add a custom line item. So maybe you need to add extra items like chairs and stuff that you have to rent and then bring to an event, or even get an extra shooter that you might not have part of a package or anything like that. So these are things that you can add a custom item in, and you can put your own pricing to it. So maybe second shooter, and what you would like to describe here, info here, and then quantity and the price. So if you're getting a second shooter, it's going to cost you an extra $1,000 for that person for one day, and any other things like taxes or charge shipping. Then you can add that directly to the quote. Then you can go through other things. Maybe they're getting some things out of this. So services, we've already connected one, so we're going to have a wedding deposit fee for a shoot package. So this is something that they're going to get with us for whatever details you have in it. Maybe it's for an 8-hour shoot day, $5,000, and then a second shooter as well. And then maybe they're going to get something else out of this. Maybe you're giving them some custom products or anything like that. You can give them something directly here. You can also go ahead and pair in, packages for what they're going to be able to purchase. So if you have wedding packages, you can select through here, or portrait packages. You can see that you selected. So them signing up with you, they're going to get a full event download as well. And then maybe, you can add one of the other portrait packages. So we're going to give them that. And then we're also going to give them another package, and this time it's going to be for package A. They get some pictures selected in there. And then if you have any products, maybe they're also going to get an album. You could have something there for photo albums, and then maybe a book all tied together. So they're going to get all this packaged together, and then you'll see what the total is. $7,280 is what it counted for. And they'll be able to see the description here, any details that you put here for that service or product or any of the items that you have for sale, who's it going to go to, and then what's it going to do is it's going to trigger out to them. So you'll be able to go here, and then you'll be able to select status. You'll be able to see if it's pending or not. And you'll also have the option to send. When you're ready to send it, go ahead and click send. This will send to that email's contact, and they'll get a generated quote. And what it looks like is something like this. So they'll open up their email, and then they'll get an item like this where they can approve or decline this quote. So they're going to look at it. They're like, okay, they could either decline it or approve the quote, and then they just put their signature. There we go, approved. And now it's been approved. So once they've gotten that approval, you'll be able to come back over here to your quotes. You'll be able to see the status of that item. You see it's been approved. And when you're ready, you could go ahead and actually generate this into, by clicking on status, you can now turn this into an invoice once they've approved. Now you can change the status here if you need to by clicking here. Or now you can generate that invoice, and you can allow for partial payments if you like to, or not. And then it'll email the new invoice to them directly from here. And you can select your due date from here. So I'm going to give them till the next following week to do it, and we're going to create this invoice. Now we can go over to our invoice tab. You'll be able to see up here in the top, right here, what they have pending. So you'll be able to see right here that if they've made any payments or making partial payments, you can do offline payments if they've made any and pay in person, or they can pay you digitally depending on how you set up the items. So if they're paying in person, what's really nice is you can go ahead and put that in here once they've done it. So whatever the total cost is, if it's at $7,280, if they want to have it paid off in person, they did it, in-person check. And you can save changes, and you can say that the invoice has been paid. So now it's been paid, and there's no more current balance left, and you have it set up that way. Now, if you ask for partial payments, you can also do that as well. You can set it up that way as well. So you have total options. And again, this is what they're getting. And once it's been paid off, you can have this for your own purposes, for backing up anything, for tax purposes, or anything like that you need to have for your accounting. So we go back over here. You can also create invoices directly from here, post an event as well. So it can work the same way. So if we're going to go ahead and set up a payment, you're going to give them maybe, another week or two. You can set it up that way, save changes, and allow for partial payments if you like. So we're going to do that. I'm going to send it to our Jeremy again. There we go. Is there any shipping information? Not for this. And we have this all set up for partial payments. And then what products are we going to give them? We can go back to our services. I'm going to give them a sitting fee for this one. It's $100. And we're also going to give them some images out of this package. So maybe we're going to select portrait package. And this time we're giving them 10 digital images. So $200 fee. And then you can set up for other details. Again, any references that you need, title, custom notes, anything of that can go here. Thank you information, whatever you want to place here as well. And then for invoices, you can create email automation. So we'll send them an email automated invoice series. And you can edit the series directly from here by clicking edit series. You can see what it's going to do. 1 week before payment, 1 day before, 2, and 1 afterwards. You can add a new email to the series if you want to, or you can customize your own preference if you like. So if you have one that you want to do and create your own, you can do that directly from there as well. So you can set whatever you want. I'm just going to collect the regular invoice series. Let's save changes and make sure they're active. So this person now is going to get the email series directly to them for those reminders. And then you can start editing anything else that you need to. You can add that directly here. You can see there's a balance of 200, and then you can send it to that customer. When you're ready, go ahead and hit send, and it'll be sent to them. And then once they get it, they can go through here. They can pay directly from here. If you have that option, you can do an offline payment option as well if they've made any payments like that. And then they can start submitting the payment directly through here through your preferred merchant. So they'll take them over to PayPal, and then go from there if they use PayPal or whatever other merchant that you utilize. Once that payment is submitted, and you can also allow for partial payments, so maybe they pay you partial pieces in person, so maybe $50 in person. And you can see now there's only 150 left. So anything you want to do like that, and then maybe the next time you see them again, they give you another payment and the next payment. And you'll be able to track all the payments if it's been done online or if it's been in person. And then we're just going to say they submitted the rest the following month in person. And now this invoice is paid off. Now this is really nice. So this is really comes in handy for when people are doing inquiries. You can see any of the payments and previous payments and subtotals here. This will also be able to be printable as well and mailed off to them, and they'll get those payment updates as well. You'll also go over here to the tracking information and be able to track any of this together and see what's been done, you know, for all the invoices and what's been paid, what hasn't been paid. And it's really nice because you're able to just keep all this. Now, if you need to export this into anything like QuickBooks or anything like that, you can directly do that from here. You can also see any of those payments are tracked over here in the tracking part of the payment dashboard for e-commerce. So you can see all the payments that you received that month or anytime a payment is submitted. And what's nice is this is coming really in handy for when they get any inquiries on the front end of your website. So Quotes and Invoices is a really, really strong tool that you can do for creating custom proposals. Go ahead and have everything set up for that client. And then you can also create those invoices for partial payments so they can pay in advance so you don't have to worry about when things are going to get finalized. And this makes it totally easy. There's a contract signature for them to submit on the actual payment itself. So that's how you use the Quotes and Invoicing tool. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, please reach out to our team.